ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायण नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयतं मुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवतसेवया भगवति उत्तमा श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5, Chapter 8. Can someone say if you can see my screen?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. So, Rayansh, you are there. So, Chapter 8, a description of the character of Bharat Maharaj. Shri Shuka Uvacha Ekada tu Mahanadyam Kritabhisheka Nayamika Vashyako Brahmaksharam Abhignano Muhurta Trayam Udakanta. Shri Sukadeva Goswami continued. My dear king, one day after finishing his morning duties, evacuating, urinating, and bathing, Maharaj Bharat sat down on the bank of the river Gandaki for a few minutes and began chanting his mantra, beginning with Omkara. Tatra tada rajan harini pipashaya jalasayabhyasam ekaivopajagama. O king, while Bharat Maharaj was sitting on the bank of that river, a doe, being very thirsty, came there to drink. तया पेपीयमाना उदके तावत् एवाविदूरेण नदतो मृगपतेर्उन्नादो लोकभयङ्करा उदपतत्. While the doe was drinking with great satisfaction, a lion which was very close roared very loudly. This was frightful to every living entity, and it was heard by the doe. तम् उपश्रुत्य सा मृगा वधूः प्रकृतिविक्लवा चकिता निरीक्षणा सुतराम् अपि हरि भयाभिनिवेश व्यग्रहृदया पारिप्लव दृष्टिरगता तृषा भयात् सहसैवोच्चक्राम. By nature, the doe was always afraid of being killed by others, and it was always looking about suspiciously. When it heard the lion's tumultuous roar, it became very agitated. Looking here and there with disturbed eyes, the doe, although it had not fully satisfied itself by drinking water, suddenly leaped across the river. तस्या उत्पत्त्याम् अन्तर्वत्न्या उरुभयावगलितो योनि निर्गतो गर्भ श्रोतसी निपपात. The doe was pregnant, and when it jumped out of fear, the baby deer, fell from its womb into the flowing waters of the river. Tat प्रसवोत्सर्पण भय खेदातुरा स्वगणेन वियुज्यमाना कस्याञ्चित् तर्यां कृष्ण सारसति निपपातात च mamara. Being separated from its flock and distressed by its miscarriage, the black doe, having crossed the river, was very much distressed. Indeed, it fell down in a cave and died immediately. Tamte ena kunakam kripanam shrotasanuhyamanam abhivikshyapavidham bandhur ivanukampaya rajarshir bharata adaya mrata mataram iti ashrama padam anayat. The great king Bharata, while sitting on the bank of the river, saw the small deer bereft of its mother floating down the river. Seeing this, he felt great compassion. Like a sincere friend, he lifted the infant deer from the waves and, knowing it to be motherless, brought it to his ashram. तस्यः वा येन कुनका उच्चैर् एतस्मिन् कृत निजाभिमानस्याहर् अहस्तत् पोषणपालनलालन प्रीण प्रीणनानुध्यानेनात्मा नियमाः सहयमाः पुरुष परिचर्यादया एकैकश कतिपयेनाहर् गणेन वियुज्यमानाः किल सर्व एवोदवसन्. Gradually, Maharaj Bharata became very affectionate toward the deer. He began to raise it and maintain it by giving it grass. He was always careful to protect it from the attacks of tigers and other animals. When it itched, he petted it, and in this way, he always tried to keep it in a comfortable condition. He sometimes kissed it out of love. Being attached to raising the deer, Maharaj Bharata forgot the rules and regulations for the advancement of spiritual life, and he gradually forgot to worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead. After a few days, he forgot everything about his spiritual advancement. अहो बतायं हरिण्या पुनकः कृपण ईश्वररथ चरण परिभ्रमण रयेन स्वगण सुहृद्बन्धुभ्यः परिवर्जित शरणं च मोपसादितो माम् एव मातापितरो भ्रातर्ज्ञातीन् यौतिकांश्च चैवोपेयाय नान्यन् नान्यं कञ्चन वेद मयि अति विश्रब्धश्चात एव मया मत् परायणस्य पोषणपालनप्रीणन लालन अनु अनसूय अनसूयुनानुष्ठेयं शरण्योपेक्षा दोषविदुषा. The great king Maharaj Bharata began to think, alas, this helpless young deer, by the force of time, an agent of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, has now lost its relatives and friends and has taken shelter of me. It does not know anyone but me, as I have become its father, mother, brother, and relatives. This deer is thinking in this way, and it has full faith in me. It does not know anyone but me. Therefore, I should not be envious and think that for the deer my own welfare will be destroyed. I should certainly raise, protect, gratify, and fondle it. When it has taken shelter with me, how can I neglect it? Even though the deer is disturbing my spiritual life, I realize that a helpless person who has taken shelter cannot be neglected. That would be a great fault. Nunam hi arhyaha sadhava upasama shilaha kripana suhrada eva vidharte swarthan api guruttaran upekshante. Even though one is in the pronounced order, one who is advanced certainly feels compassion for suffering living entities. One should certainly neglect his own personal interests, although they may be very important to protect one who has surrendered. इति कृतानुसङ्ग आसन शयनातन शयनाटन स्नानासनादिषु सह मृगजहुना स्नेहानुबद्ध हृदय आसीत्. Due to the attachment for the deer, Maharaj Bharata lay down with it, walked about with it, bathed with it, and even ate with it. Thus, his heart became bound to the deer in affection. Kusha Kushuma Samit Palasha Phala Mulodakani Aharishyamano Vrikashala Vrikadibhyo Bhayam Asam Samano Yadasa Harina Kunakena Vanam Samavishati. When Maharaj Bharata went to enter the forest to collect kusha grass, flowers, wood, leaves, fruits, roots, and water, he would fear that dogs, jackals, tigers, and other ferocious animals might kill the deer. He would therefore always take the deer with him when entering the forest. पथिषु च मुग्धभावेन तत्र तत्र विषक्ता मतिर्प्रणय भर हृदय कार्पण्यात् स्कन्देनोद्वहति एवम् उत्सङ्ग उरसि चाध्या चाधायोपलालयन् mudam paramam avapa. When entering the forest, the animal would appear very attractive to Maharaj Bharata due to its childish behavior. Bharat Maharaj would even take the deer on his shoulders and carry it due to affection. His heart was so filled with great love for the deer that he would sometimes keep it on his lap or when sleeping on his chest. In this way, he felt great pleasure in fondling the animal. क्रियाणां क्रियायां निर्वर्त्यमानानाम् अन्तरालेऽपि उत्थायोपत्थाय यदैनम् अभिचक्षित तर्हि भावासवर्षपतिः प्रकृति स्थेन मनसा तस्मा आशीष आशास्ते स्वस्ति स्थात् वत्स ते सर्वता इति. When Maharaj Bharata was actually worshipping the Lord or was engaged in some ritualistic ceremonies, although his activities were unfinished, he would still at intervals get up and see where the deer was. In this way, he would look for it, and when he could see that the deer was comfortably situated, his mind and heart would be very satisfied. And he would bestow his blessings upon the deer, saying, "My dear calf, may you be happy in all respects." अन्यदा भृश्य उद्विग्नमना नष्ट द्रविण इव कृपण सकरुणम् अति तर्षेण हरिण कुनक विरह विह्वल हृदय संतापस्तत् एवानुशोचन् किल कश्मलमहत् अभिरंवित इति होवाच. If Bharat Maharaj sometimes could not see the deer, his mind would be very agitated. He would become like a miser who, having obtained some riches, had lost them and had then become very unhappy. When the deer was gone, he would be filled with anxiety and would lament due to separation. Thus, he would become illusioned and speak as follows. Yeah, we'll cover this part later tomorrow, but we will cover till 15 verses here. Okay. So, Bharat Maharaj, who is such a great devotee, son of Rishabhadev, the Lord himself, here we can see what happens. Is Shukadev Goswami saying, one day after finishing his morning duties, Maharaj Bharata sat down on the bank of river Gandaki and for a few minutes and began to chant. If we see here, it is mentioned in the this particular verse, chanting his mantra. He began, and that should be our regular activity. Also, day to day nitya kriya, nitya karma is to get up, chant. And importance of chanting in the morning is predominated with sattva guna. Yeah, and here we see omkara. Yeah, is the pranava mantra, and when we perform yajna, we recite with om. Yeah, in the Kali Yuga, of course, om can be recited by brahmanas. So one may be careful. Yeah, okay, saying om is fine. Okay, but um, one needs to one may say there are so many bija mantras, yeah, and omkara being pranava, yeah, also needs certain purity, and especially in Kali Yuga, that's why it said that one can take to this chanting of the holy name, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. uh, Starting with the Panchatattva mantra, seeking their blessings. Namam Vishnu, sorry. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. And in this way, Maharaj Bharata, in the forest where he wanted to be, he was in Pulaha Ashrama, in the along the rivers of Gandaki river, and from this river he took water. Let me see. Yeah, so Brahmaksharam, and then that Brahmaksharam is the Omkara, and yeah, Gandaki. Yeah, not Gandaki, Gandaki River. So from the verse 2, 3, and 4, we can see. So then a very special thing happened on that particular morning. He saw that there was a doe. He was drinking with great satisfaction. So here we understand there is a difference between satisfaction and actually experiencing great bliss. Satisfaction is not the ultimate. One may attain satisfaction out of relief, relief from thirst, relief from anger. It seems to be in yoga that time. So that's why one can attain such kind of satisfaction. But the nature of the material world is bhayam. Bhayam is fear at every step. Hmm? Because every step is there is a danger. So the more you are less aware about our own nature being spirit soul, the more and more we are worried. In the case of doe is always worried. It keeps seeing left and right, just like a bird when you throw some grains. Yeah, these pigeons, you may see sometimes people throw some grains or some food. The pigeon is always eating, but every moment it's turning its head left and right, up and down, because it's very sensitive to the sounds that are around, and every sound that it is hearing, it is scared. Oh, is someone coming to attack? So as a means of defense, it's always looking around, not peacefully eating the food. So every animal is scared of another animal, and here we know this. And it goes further that rat is scared of cat, cat is scared of dog, dog is scared of um, uh, predator, whichever is eating the dogs. Of course, maybe not every country does that. Not every forest has, yeah, the dogs, but we see there is always predators. And then what about this predators? The top predator is killed by animals. We can see how the humans don't spare anyone, don't because they are less scared, because they have a better defense mechanism. Come on, for animals, they need to come to you to fight and to kill, but you have some guns and weapons to attack, even if from distance. So humans, and then who are predators to humans? Humans kill humans. This is also what happens. Yeah, this violence in the form of wars and all these things we can see is happening. And this fear arises when living entity is misunderstanding that he is this body. The more and more you connect to the body, the more and more we feel that yes, some attack and self-defense. What is self-defense? Is better before he attacks, you attack. That is in the nature of mode of passion and ignorance, which like the snakes and scorpions do, humans also do. So this bewildering, fearful condition is affected by the potency of illusion, Maya. So, and this in this case, this dough being very, very subtle, soft, yeah, or actually sattvic, yeah, because what does it eat? It doesn't eat meat. Yeah, it eats grass. So we can say it's very Sattvic. And river is also Sattvic here. Ashram is also Sattvic. Everything is so Sattvic, but then what happens is then there is one being. What is that? The word mriga, the word used here is tasya utpatantya antarvatya uru bhayavagalito yoni nirgato agavash. Yeah, I think this is one verse before. The fourth verse, Mrigavadu. Mrigavadu, wife of a deer. Prakriti Viklava, and then this was attacked by a lion. And so when everything is so serene, we also want a life which is very, very, very peaceful. No one comes and disturbs. So nice. I'm doing yoga, I'm doing japa, and I'm doing tapa, I'm doing all these things. That too in a very nice place. Uh, After all, I made my home a temple, or I enter a temple, or go to a holy place. Everything is so nice, but why is there's always disturbance? This lion, which is Rajasic, full of passion, roared and disturbed every living entity. And deer, though it was drinking water with great peace, was afraid all the time if some animal or human will kill. So was drinking with disturbed eyes, was always doing like that. And lion roar agitated deer. It leaped across the river. So this deer just jumped a big jump. Actually, it is said that the deer was on the cliff, more or less, which is yeah, and there's a caves and all these things. And then when it heard this lion roar, then it jumped, and it jumped so made a big leap, and it had a, yeah, I would say, delivery, unexpected emergency, and luckily this baby deer this fell into the river and flowed along the river. And though this mother deer wanted to escape, but somehow it fell into a cave and badly hurt, and then got died. Um, so and now this this doe was already having great pain. The mother doe, it was feeling separation from its baby, lost its own group, and lost herself and died. Yeah. So this is sometimes also we may experience. Yesterday I was driving along a street which is next to a church, and all of a sudden I stopped because from the windows of this big hall, I saw at least 50 to, yeah, around 50 aged people who were standing, and then there was some instructor who was guiding them what to do. He was showing some signs, they were seeing, they were doing. So something one always are interested to have an association, so that they staying alone is quite a scary thing. And not only scary thing, staying together can sense a feel of strength. And this doe, when it has lost its, yeah, company, it felt very distressed. It has lost its own baby, distressed. And then, yeah, in it fell down in a cave and died. So then what was happening while this was happening was King Bharat, who was doing his japa after in the morning, he was doing. Slowly he got, yeah, when this roar of a lion was so loud, he stared in that direction. And when he saw this baby falling into this river, he saw everything that has happened. He felt very compassionate to the baby deer. Like a sincere friend, he lifted the infant from the waves, brought to his ashram. So, mm, come on, come on. Huh? Bharat Maharaj is following a life of renunciant. Bharat Maharaj, how can he just do this? Huh? How can he have compassion? Of course, even the sages have compassion. Why not Bharat Maharaj? Even the sages do have, yeah, they are in the ashram. There are also sages who have compassion. What's so wrong if Bharat Maharaj is going and picking, especially the newborn who doesn't has a mother, who is going to train this dear baby and all these things? Huh? Uh, we know Bharat Maharaj was very advanced, isn't it? Almost reached to the point of loving devotional service that he forgot himself when he is having the darshan of the Lord. Yeah, in this ashram. Still, um, we can see what happened is, I think this is coming in the verse number 7. Yeah. Yam hi na vyatatyanti ete purusham purusharshabah sama dukha sukham dhiram swamrityatvaya kalpate. Krishna is saying to Arjuna, the person who is not disturbed by happiness and distress and is steady in both is certainly eligible for liberation. So now should we call Bharat Maharaj? He got disturbed, or should we say, is it compassion? This is something very interesting. Spiritual salvation and liberation from mental bondage must be worked out with great caution. Otherwise, a little discrepancy will cause one to fall down again into mental existence. By studying the activities of Maharaj Bharata, we can learn the art of becoming completely freed from the material attachment. This is in the purport 7. Prabhupada mentions the importance, yeah, that we should be very vigilant. And of course, should we not be compassionate? This is the question. I don't know if someone has. Yeah, I have this question. Maharaj Bharata's compassion for deer was the beginning of his fall down into the material world. That is the last line in the seventh verse in the purport. So, compassion as a devotee, it is said, yeah, one should have titikshasva, karunika, one should have tolerance, one should have compassion. Uh, and devotee, Bharat Maharaj is a devotee. He's not, we can't say he is any more kshatriya, that he is a king. No, he is a devotee. And a devotee should have this quality of being compassionate. And then the next verse is coming. Yeah, then because of compassion, what is happening is tasya hi va ena kuruka in this deer calf. Uh, and so what happened gradually, Maharaj Bharat became affectionate toward the deer. So this compassion is nice, isn't it? The compassion should be there in a devotee, and this compassion is leading to affection. In that process, he started maintaining it. He started protecting it. He started giving love. He started giving attachment, getting attached. He forgot rules and regulations of spiritual advancement, forgot to worship the Supreme Lord, forgot everything about spiritual advancement. This is what happened. He forgot. What is happening is that sometimes we may be compassionate, or is it over compassion, or is it weak compassion? Maybe the compassion is just because we are weak, that's why we have this compassion, or which is actually nothing but attachment. Huh? Over compassion is again another attachment being more um, what do you call it? Over compassion is to feel more concerned, more and more, because they deserve, they need, after all, I, if not me, who? All these questions that can come into the mind, uh, that can slowly lead that we may follow the path of our own, we may walk through the lane of our own uh, in instinct, not instinct, but our own, our own way of enjoying. Yeah, I would say, yeah, leading. Yeah, I would more where it's like, okay, rather than weary, yeah, okay, chanting. Why not tomorrow? I can do tomorrow. Why? But more important is now. Yeah, especially this happens when someone brings a pet dog at home, and then the pet dog becomes the center of the home for a week. Yeah, everyone, even if the dog sneezes, if the dog, even if dog barks, the small pet dog, wow, so nice, so nice fur this dog has. And you know what? When it sleeps, it comes and just finds where I am sleeping. It just jumps into my own bed and sleeps. All these things. And yeah, when it comes to for exams, okay, yeah, I think I can study later. More important is to take care. Uh, and then the kid goes to the mother and asks, "Can I get some milk for the dog?" Yes, and can I get some biscuits, or can I get some that, some this? Oh, let's go and find some nice. Come on, just like how we want to eat rich food, we should also give the dogs very nice deserving food. What is it called? Pedigrees and all. So many things. Yeah. In this way, your world becomes the dog, for some time. And of course, maybe for longer time. It depends how long we are in that lost world. Yeah, I think that's what I want to say. Slowly we get lost rather than getting. Yeah. So in this very thin line in the purport, Prabhupada mentions have to be very cautious, to be cautious in observing rules and regulations, regularly chant Hare Krishna. So chanting is very important. It's not like, okay, I can postpone. We shouldn't postpone chanting. I can't postpone my own sadhana. All these things, negligence means fall down. This is what we can see. So what happened? One should raise early in the morning, bath, attend Mangalarti, worship deities, chant Hare Krishna, study Vedic literature, follow regulative principles prescribed by Guru. This is what is a disciplined, regulated life. Even one may say, oh, one has attained sannyas order. What is that? Even one in sannyas order should continue follow rules and regulations of austerity and penance. So there is no exception that King Bharat now he has now left everything. So he is now in the forest. These things cannot be given up. One should not take oneself very advanced. Sorry, one should not think oneself very advanced simply because one has accepted the sannyas order. The activities of Bharat Maharaj should be carefully studied for one's spiritual advancement. So this compassion, oh, batayam, he's saying, oh, alas, this dear calf is helpless. Come on, who is going to save it? Ishvara Rata Charana, Paribhramanena, Rayena, by the force of rotation of time agent. Hmm? Uh, this has happened. Who is going to take care of this? So this compassion is a great quality, but shouldn't get downgraded to passion. So compassion to passion. Yeah, if we see, compassion is nice, but not passion. So we should give up passion to come to compassion. Rather, whatever we think is compassion, but we just attach, that is only passion. Hmm? Out of great attachment to deer, Bharat Maharaj is thinking and justifying himself. Aho, batayam, Hirana Kunaka. Kunaka is not just saying deer, he's saying, oh, my dear, little deer, like little Krishna, we say, right? So, like that. Alas, this helpless deer lost everyone, taken shelter of me, does not know anyone but me. I am its father, mother, brother, and relative. The deer also is thinking like that. He's thinking like this. It has full faith in me, doesn't know anyone but me. Therefore, I should not become envious. Come on. When someone has so much trust in me that it has just come to me, why didn't this happen to some other, at some other place? It happened in front of me, and yeah, in front of me, I can see this deer. Oh, if I don't take care of this, who is going to take care? I shouldn't think therefore, I shouldn't become envious. I shouldn't think my welfare will be destroyed. So, shouldn't take care of it? No. It has taken my shelter. Even if I have to compromise my own self, let me do that. Huh? How can I turn back? Hmm? How can I neglect it? Even though the deer is disturbing my spiritual life, I realize that a helpless person who has taken shelter cannot be neglected. That would be great fault. This is what in the purport number 9 and 10 we can see this is described. Um, where am I? Okay, in the purport. To be sympathetic is quite natural for advanced devotees. This is what we may also challenge. Of course, what is wrong? If one is actually sympathetic to fallen, suffering humanity, he should try to elevate person from material consciousness to spiritual consciousness. Prabhupada writes in this. What is true sympathy? True sympathy is not just to adjust the material conditions of life, but to elevate a person's consciousness towards the Lord. So, true sympathy is to elevate from material consciousness to spiritual consciousness. What happened to Bharat Maharaj? Did he do that? No. He had compassion on animal. It is impossible for him to elevate a deer to spiritual consciousness. Dangerous to sacrifice rules and regulations. He just what he did, he gave up his duty and took up something else, caring animal. And now the question is, I think, always there, right? How to decide are we doing right? Hmm? That's why in this same purport, in the 10th purport, it's mentioned, it comes, or in this one, it says that Shastra Chakshu. We need to have the eyes of scriptures. That's why, I mean, we should go through the most important books like Bhagavad Gita, Nectar of Instruction, Nectar of Devotion, Ishopanishad as part of Bhakti Shastri, or Bhagavatam as part of Bhakti Vaibhava, uh, or Bhakti Sarvabhauma. Is that right? Yeah. Vaibhava. Sarvabhauma, yeah. So in that way, one should gain a right understanding and apply that properly, and not to be emotion but education. That should be there. Yeah, yamhina vyatya vyatayanti ete purusham purusharshavaha. As far as middle body is concerned, we cannot do anything for anyone. This is what is very important. I mean, in the purport, I think I will come to that. Yeah, in the purport, it's mentioned. Otherwise, we may think like Maharaj Bharat also. One in renounced order and advanced, certainly feels compassion for suffering living entities. That is nature. After all, we are all training to become sattvic, and to be compassionate is sattva guna. One should certainly neglect his own personal interest. This is also right. One should be very, very selfless, should be sacrificed to protect one who has surrendered. This is also right. What happened here? These feelings are due to influence of Maya. Sometimes one may say this, come to temple and chant. He say, come on, huh? Manava Seva, Madhava Seva. If you serve mankind, then you are serving Lord. No, let me serve mankind. Oh, that is the topmost. No, well, we have to understand philanthropy is also a feeling. These feelings are due to influence of Maya. Altruism, communism. What are the other words that Prabhupada used? The words Maya is very strong. In the name of philanthropy, altruism, and communism, people are feeling compassion for suffering humanity throughout the world. Philanthropists and altruists do not realize that it is impossible to improve people's material conditions. We think that, yeah, I can change someone's life. It's our foolishness. Because material conditions are already established by the superior administration of the material uh, administer according to one's karma. They cannot be changed. The only benefit we can render to suffering beings is to try to raise them to spiritual consciousness. For our instruction, Maharaj Bharat acted in such a way. So this is very important. We should be very careful not to be misled by so-called welfare activities conducted in the bodily terms. One should not give up his interest in attaining the favor of Lord Vishnu at any cost. Generally, people do not know this or they forget it. Consequently, they sacrifice their own interest, the attainment of Vishnu's favor, and engage in philanthropic activities of bodily comfort. This is what happens. And then, due to attachment, Bharat Maharaj, he slept with the deer, he sat with the deer, he walked, he bathed, even ate with it. Heart became bound to deer in affection. This is what has happened. And due to which this compassion became affection, affection became weak, and weakness becomes worry. That's why he started thinking, oh, he started becoming worried when the deer is not there. He took it with him everywhere, thinking, oh, this is dense forest, a forest of lions, tigers, elephants. There's so much danger to this um, poor little calf deer. So he's saying, what to speak of affection to cats and dogs? Advanced devotees fall down. In this case of Bharat Maharaj is showing what about people who have attachment to cats and dogs. They don't know that they have to take same body in next life. Of course, someone, I think it was 2 years back. hmm, I came across a news that a person, he has married a dog. If you guys already may know it, the people who are crazy, who think, oh, my love only a dog can reciprocate. He has married a dog, and yeah. But one should know what happens now. They do not know that they have to take same body in next life. Why? Because of what happens in Jada Bharat's life. We can see Bharat Maharaj, what happened. One should increase faith to Supreme, else what will happen? Attracted to many other things, material bondages become stronger and stronger. When affection is there, affection makes us forgetfulness of our main goal. And when we are forgetful, we are enjoying in what is it called? Sammoha. This is a word used at Mugdha Bhavena. By the childish behavior of the deer, this guy, Mudam Paramam, great, he experienced great pleasure. Mudam Paramam Avapaha. He felt great happiness. Uh, and ca- carry deer on his shoulder, heart filled with great love. Sometimes, yeah, anyway. Kept it on his lap, on his chest when it's sleeping, fondling the animal. Yeah. And then Bharat Maharaj left everything to advance in spiritual life in the forest, but fell victim due to attachment. Huh? So this is also a big important lesson that we should remember. Yeah, when our retirement starts, yeah, usually everyone wants early retirement. Early retirement is the time where the time is in your hand. But if your mind is not in your hand, if your heart is not in your control, hmm, what will happen? In spite of having early retirement, one may misuse it. Even if one, yeah, in the case of Bharat Maharaj, we can see, oh, he has attained perfection as a grihastha. He entered the forest as a vanaprastha, but what happened? He couldn't maintain where, because there is this compassion that came up, and Prabhupada writes in the purport. um for preaching, we have to accept material activities, but should remember that everything is for Krishna, else become victimized by material activities. So here, what Bharat Maharaj did, he was taking care of this deer, and out of great affection, all these things happened. Yes, yeah, one should be very careful when we retire in our life that we don't get carried away with our material arrangements, material duties. Yeah, but actually look into spiritual example. Yeah, I mean, all I think I made a notes for myself is handy. It's right in our hands. That's why we call it handy. The phone, mobile phone, ever ready to serve us or sever us. On one side, we think handy is serving us, but because we are getting into the handy, handy is no more in our hand. We are into the handy, which means like we get lost into the handy or the mobile. Unless we are careful, we can't balance. Then a handy is always a dangerous thing in our hand. Yeah. So here, that could be one example. An intense attraction lead to lack of concentration, and then Bharat Maharaj, what happened because of so much intense attachment towards the deer, he was also doing his things, but not so attentive. He was just saying, "Oh, maybe some who is going to take care of this." Though unfinished, he would attend to it only, then feel very satisfied. And then, in fact, he comes to that level of saying, "May you be happy in all respects." That's intense attraction. Intense attraction means lack of concentration. This is very simple. The more and more, just like a young couple, the more and more they are absorbed in their own world, they forget rest of the world. Hmm? Lack of concentration. Though working on something, mind is restless due to inordinate affection. This is coming from the verse 14. Yeah, it's mentioned in the purport. Yeah. Even though he was engaged in worshipping the deity, his mind was restless due to his inordinate affection. Ordinary affection is okay, inordinate affection is maybe not the right. While trying to meditate, he would simply think of deer. Similarly, japa, we know, is to be done with meditation. But yeah, when we sit down to do japa, our hands go to the handies, and then we lose the main opportunity of actually remembering the Lord. We need to work out. Otherwise, yeah, we are not, we can't say, hey, poor Bharat Maharaj. I think we should also be so much sorry about our own self. Hmm? So, in this feeling of separation, we know Vipralamba Bhav means feeling of separation, right? Vipralamba Bhav is considered to be the topmost level of love. Even love, when a person is present, is okay, but even greater than that is to remember and express this feeling of love to one who is not there is Vipralamba Bhav. So, now Bharat Maharaj. Uh, Separation of what is most important to know. He had that Vipralamba feeling, oh, where is my deer? Where is my deer? But deer is not the object of such a worship. It should be the Lord. So the poor man, if he loses some money in the purpose, you see, um, or gold, he at once become very agitated. Bharat Maharaj's situation is like that. Missing his deer, he became very unhappy. When deer was gone, he would be filled with anxiety and would lament due to separation. Hmm. Srila Rupa Goswami prayed, saying, He, Lord, to the Lord, that he would be as naturally attracted to Lord's service as young man and woman are naturally attracted to each other. So just like the young couple have this great love, or unflinching attraction. So Srila Rupa Goswami is saying, may we have such attraction to the Lord. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu cried in separation. All this is nice. Huh? In the till what verse did we cover? 15, if I'm not wrong. Bhava Veda. I think we covered till, let me check, till 15.
Yeah, 15.
I think we have also covered so far the purport still there. So good. Any questions or thoughts? Are we getting a feel of Bharat Maharaj pastime?
Yeah. Actually, we get so many, similarities maybe we can find in so many ways. But I have questions. Sometimes we have too much attachment towards the devotees. Is this also comes in this category? Or because
We need
of
to
their
understand,
separation, we feel
is
too
it
much
attachment
attached.
or is it love? Love means
Mm,
there's different. Attachment is, yes, yeah, when we're now talking about not material things but spiritual, when we talk about the devotees, yeah, so we want to see everyone to become a devotee. We want to be with devotees, devotee association. We, yeah, for example, we want to build such a relationship and attachment, or affection, because how can we offer our service without affection? Hmm? So we should have affection. Definitely, it's not uh, like a stone-hearted service. It should be soft-hearted service. Krishna also appreciates this soft heart. So, and bhav is something which is emotion. Yeah, when we are doing our services, it should be, of course, not mechanical, not ritualist, not yeah, monotonous. It should be stereo and what do you call, um, reciprocal in the sense, yeah. But yeah, we should understand it should be based on love, and love is something that we want to do to the devotees and the Lord, in the sense not expecting something. Whereas when we are doing it with something in return, or no, reciprocation that we want or something, then I think there is no harm. But it's only that the person who is expecting such, they will suffer definitely. Yeah, they are the one who suffer. So as we gradually advance, we should understand. Yes, to your question, we should serve with love and care, with affection, and this attachment also, yeah, is something nice. Yeah, because when we have attachment means it is like you're helpless. Attachment means something you're helpless to control, and it's also nice. But we have to see in which direction can it lead. If you are emotionally disturbed materially, with your own, then it's something to be handled with care, because on one side we are offering spiritual thing, on the other side our mind is still disturbed with material um, nature. So we want to offer something at a spiritual level, but the mind is not yet there. So we have to pray to the Lord, may we develop such feelings that we can offer ourselves, yeah, to the devotees. That's nice. But we don't want to just um, yeah. In the case of Prabhupada, yeah, he has had so much love for his disciples, all the devotees. Yes. And of course, Prabhupada, he wouldn't really see whether someone has really reciprocated or not. Yeah, so we can have him as an example to appreciate that quality of selfless service. Selfless service with love and care, affection, that should be there.
yeah. I understood. Mm. Yeah, during the separation time, we feel more painful. Yeah, because of this love and affection towards devotees.
Mhm.
Yeah, maybe how to like improve ourselves. Like, yeah, as you have given the example of Srila Prabhupada.
So we should feel pity for them who are not able to reciprocate. Yeah, because not everyone is at advanced level. Yeah, so as I said, Prabhupada wouldn't mind. Yeah, if someone is not reciprocating, there something Prabhupada has given initiation, and the next day the guy left because he has yeah yeah brought what was it, marriage, yeah, and then the devotee left. So Prabhupada giving such a valuable treasure into the hand is something, is what he want to give Krishna to everyone. Yeah, that is what his preaching, his mission, his life and soul was. So in this process, he is giving, and when the devotees do not disciples, his disciples who are not reciprocating, that's okay. He can just pray for them. Similarly, when we understand, okay, it's something we need to we are doing. When we are saying selfless service means something we don't expect in return. If they do, that's nice. If they don't do, I think we should come to that level that we said, okay, fine. If still we have the capacity, if we still have the heart to digest the in what do you call this? Maybe we can say in Vaishnav etiquette, that Vaishnav etiquette is based on reciprocation. If of course other person cannot understand, because everyone is of different sensitive nature. One is able to appreciate one is able to understand what we are doing, and one is not understanding what we are doing. Yeah, but yeah, if we feel, oh yeah, this is the law book of service, means if I do this, so I expect this. Yeah, and of course this is in the book. And why is it not happening? It should happen. Then we are more disturbed. Yeah, because not everyone has read this book of offering devotional service to the devotees. Yeah. So it's very important, as we were reading about Shastra Chakshu, one should understand the 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 way of serving devotees properly. One cannot simply say, ah, okay, I don't know. Yeah, of course we don't know. And we don't know many things, but if we are really interested, then we really take time to really know these things. And of course, we reciprocate, just like Krishna reciprocated with his devotees, like Prabhupada reciprocated. So we also reciprocate with devotees who give more care. Definitely, yeah, we give care. It's not partiality. We give more attention, yeah, because they are prioritizing us in their life. And yeah, and then who are neutral, yeah, we can still be friendly, and we can also try to give more if it doesn't disturb our own self. But otherwise, if one want to be neutral relationship, one can maintain a neutral relationship. One want to be a friendly relationship. So there are these different levels of relationship we can maintain. And yeah, we choose what fits for us, for between our relation with the devotees.
Yeah,
Mhm. Yeah,
thank
so
you.
it's important that that's the reason we are going through this Bhagavatam, is to understand, to build these qualities of
Mm.
becoming more sensitive towards devotees' feelings. Yeah, most of the time we are only interested in our own self. Yeah, but we want to build this, open up to understand. Yeah, of course. If yeah, I remember, it's not possible that we can be with everyone alike, like same. No, it's not possible. There's always someone, even from Ramayana we can see, in the case of Hanuman, yeah, we can see not everyone can appreciate the greatness of Hanuman, right? And but still, yeah, Hanuman had a mission, and then he was just focusing on the mission, and then that was the main priority. On the way, if someone offered him some hospitality, yeah, for a matter, he just accepted it. On the way, if there were some obstacles, yeah, he just moved on the obstacles. Yeah, attachments. Yeah, simhika is attachment. No, what is that? Mm, um, Mainak, yeah, is giving all the facilities. He said, I have everything on my mountain. Just come, relax, and then go. No, the purpose of devotees is not just to be comforted. The purpose of devotees is to advance together. So that's how we can see in different levels how we want to advance, and for that we need to go through these lives of devotees, see where we are, what fits to us. And again, this is not like I choose myself. Sometimes we may be wrong. Yeah, if we do that self introspection, yeah, it's nice, but it's very risky. So that's the reason why we need a guide, a counselor, a guru, a mentor, or whatever we call, who can help us to understand our own nature. We may think I am of this kind. Maybe we may give too much marks to us. Yeah, and that could be the reason why we may be thinking, oh, should we expect or not expect? Of course, devotees, yeah, we should expect. No, at the same time, when we don't expect, it becomes too one-sided. Are we ready to live with that? No, come on, I can't live with one-sided relation. Better have no relationship. Huh? No, that's not the way. That's not the way. Yeah, in the case of, as I was giving example of Hanuman, yeah, it's more about we advance. We want to grow. We want to grow. It's not artificially, but should grow naturally. That's why we take shelter of these stories, these leelas, and understand. Yes, a devotee means, yeah, uh, how he is presenting himself as a devotee, and not interested about how others are presenting as devotees. Anyway, I mean, this question has more depth, yeah, and more practical,
Mm-hmm.
generic rather than generic. It needs more practical uh, mm, aspects to discuss, yeah, as such.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah. I mean,
Mhm.
overall, I got the like some idea, but still, somewhere in the heart, like we also, as Bharat Maharaj has too much attachment towards the deer, as the same way, I feel sometimes we have too much attachment towards our devotees. Yeah, not attachment, maybe a lot of love.
Yeah, that is nice. I mean,
Yeah.
there is no harm as long as you are able to not get affected.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm. Mm.
We shouldn't, it's not, it is very tricky. On one side, we have to do it. On the other side, we shouldn't be affected.
Yeah, because during the separation, definitely, as Bharat Maharaj was feeling that how he missed the deer during
Yeah.
separation, we also feel the same. Yeah, so that's what came in my mind.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. This is not, as I said, it's not approved to be weak. That's what we need to understand. We can't become
Mm.
weak.
Yeah, mm, mm, yeah. Thank you very much.
Mhm.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, what is the healthy attachment? Generally, we hear like attachment to material things or any material attachment to people is not good for our spiritual life. But what could be the healthy attachment to devotees, like which is good for both parties? Um,
To keep Krishna in the center, serve together. Hmm? Attachment should be based on what? The magnet should be Krishna, not our self-interest.
Yeah, yeah. I think we shouldn't call it as attachment. Maybe it's better to call it as a love,
Yeah.
affection between the devotees. Yeah.
Yep.
hmm,
Again, attachment is suitable in the sense we really understand it. What is it? Because in the Madhurya Kadambini, there is this explanation given of these different levels, Rati, Asakti. But we need to understand in the right way what is attachment. As I said, for simple, to be safe and steady in our devotion, because we are sadhakas, our affection should be, our attachment or attraction, all these things should be towards Krishna, and do what Krishna wants towards his devotees and himself. Yeah. So Krishna is just like we want to offer service to the Lord. Yeah, we offer service to the devotees. So why? Because they are also devotees of Krishna. Hmm?
yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So As long as we keep Krishna in the center, we have no problems. As soon as we bring ourselves in the center, yeah, then sometimes what it's called is pseudo devotion that takes us, and all of us at certain level to our own capacities are not devotees, and we think we are devotees. Of thinking ourselves as that devotees of that level is called pseudo spirituality or pseudo devotion. That is what we mean here, attachment, which is material attachment, because you are attached to towards what you will get from him, our name, fame, uh, some material benefits, some so these things. Yep.
Yes, Prabhuji, yes, sir.
So we have to, I think, even to Rupa, what you are asking, it's more of we need to grow in real devotion rather than, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, and this real devotion is tested with the examples that we get in life, and then we know how much are we really devotees. But again, how do we know? We need someone who can tell, is this devotion or is it attachment? So only, is it real compassion or is it only passion?
Yeah,
That we need to understand. And if it is passion, we have to give up. If it is compassion, we have to embrace.
yeah, got the point. Yeah, thank you.
Mhm. Compassion is to help each other. Passion is to help oneself. Mhm. Okay. Then what happened afterwards, we will discuss tomorrow. Until then, have a nice evening. Jakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyev cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, ताई गौर प्रेम। हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।